Capricorn, welcome or welcome back. My name is Lightworker Whit and I'm so excited to deliver your June forecast for 2024. What we're going to get into today is we're going to cover what to expect overall for the month of June, and then we're going to get into your love and career readings, and those readings are going to cover what to expect, the unexpected, theme of the month. So we've got 3 readings to get into, okay? Very, very excited. Now, before we do that, we do have a new moon in Gemini happening on June 6th. So let's go ahead and get your oracle message for that new moon. Give you a little something to look forward to. And I always like to end my readings with the oracle card to just round out your reading, which I always feel usually relates and kind of brings the whole reading home, if that makes sense. Capricorn, please. What's the message for Capricorn for this new moon in Gemini? Okay, turning that over. We have your card. I will be reading this at the end, okay? Now, please remember, Capricorn, that this is a collective reading. So receive what resonates, release what doesn't. And if you would like a reading on your specific situation, all of my links are below so that you can schedule that with me at any time that I have available, okay? All right, let's see what we got here. Take this time to take a few deep breaths, Capricorn. Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Interesting. It was a very interesting reading here. Back of the deck energy is faith and strength. You're just trying to get through some ish right now. Really trying to stay strong, Capricorn. Now, let me just take a look here before I get started. It feels like you're healing yourself this month, Capricorn. Between the star energy, which is about faith, hope, rejuvenation. Theme of the month is Ace of Cups, which is like new feelings, new emotions. You're pouring back into yourself. Love this. Okay. This is interesting. This month, Capricorn, you may feel like you don't have the support that you feel you should have. However, that is not going to affect the outcome of this month for you, which I feel is positive. It's kind of giving it's giving attitude in a way that's, you know what, I'll handle it myself. Thank you. It's giving that, you know what I mean? Let's get started. Current self is the Page of Pentacles, which does represent Capricorn, Virgo, Taurus. You are learning, you are putting in effort into something that you want to do well at. You're think about it as someone who is an intern and they're learning all the skill sets and really applying themselves, okay? To get through hard work and dedication. That's you at the beginning of June. Whereas the theme of June is Ace of Cups. Like I said, pouring into yourself or allowing yourself to experience new emotions, new feelings in relation to yourself, truthfully. I don't really think that, this could represent a new love for some of you. I don't know where you are in your relationship life. Let's see what we get when we get to your career and your love life. But overall, I feel this is related to you, of you pouring into a new cup, which is you, after having a couple of difficult months, right, from recently. Kegel to finally got it. I had this little little lint on my lip for the longest time. All right. Kegel to pursue is Queen of Swords. This is someone who's very perceptive, very sharp, okay? She's not very emotional. She's operating off of her logic. She's a smart, savvy businesswoman, and she doesn't take any crap. Queen of Swords could also relate to an air sign. Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. Maybe you're working with someone, but I feel that this is more you. You are becoming this version of yourself this month. Not that you're not usually like this. I just think you're stepping more into this energy, believing that you can as well. So there's a small air of like coaching yourself into confidence. Obstacle to overcome is the Page of Swords. This could be, again, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, but this is also about learning. You might, I don't know if any of you guys have a learning disability, but maybe that might be getting in the way of dedication here. But the Page of Swords, maybe it's a lot of information to take in. Maybe there's a fear of asking too many questions. It's okay to ask questions, Capricorn. And if any of you guys are starting, new projects, or, if this is related to your work life in some way, I do understand the feeling of like, oh, I don't want to annoy my boss by asking too many questions. I don't want them to think that I have poor retention. You can mitigate against that by referring to your notes, in fact. You can say, hey, in my notes here, I have that you covered this and that. Can you just remind me what it is I need to do when X happens? Let them know that you are taking notes. Let them know you are referring back to your notes, but you just want to make sure you have all the right information down. Because I think if you ask a question over and over, and maybe you forgot that you might have asked that question already, let them know, hey, I did refer to my notes. I did look. I want to make sure that I didn't take this down. Can you just remind me so I don't, and I'm only suggesting this if you start to get the sense that you feel you're being irritating by asking a lot of questions. You might not be that way, but if you are, again, just come forward with, hey, I was looking back on my notes. I've got this information down. What happens in X scenario? What should we do if? Did you already cover that? Did I miss that information? Kind of come at it very humbly. What else from the Page of Swords? You're going to need this to advance. The Chariot's coming up here. You need to have this information in order to advance. So even if you feel like you don't need it, don't play yourself, Capricorn. You do, in fact, need this information. So don't brush off studying either, okay? By the end of the month, we have King of Swords, which I love. So you're graduating from this Queen of Swords energy to this King of Swords, where the Queen of Swords is very perceptive. She's smart. She's talented. She's smart. The King of Swords is someone who has clearly mastered the information. I think it's really interesting that we have the, like literally you should see this, Queen, Page, and King of Swords all lined up. So you are mastering a subject this month. And I know if some of you are like, why does the king get to be that's just the way it is in tarot, guys. It's just, that's with every suit. The king is the master of that suit. It's a progression. We go from the Ace of Swords all the way up to the King of Swords. It's a progression of mastery. I do think, like, if any of you guys are really, really annoyed, I don't know why, if any of you are really annoyed by the gender roles here in my other deck, I do it's definitely a more feminine deck. Like, for example, the Muse of Pentacles is women. The Muse is the same as the King. Let's see if I can find. It's just so, each deck creator can choose how they want to do it, but traditionally it ends with the King of Swords here, okay, is actually the same of the Muse of Voices here. This is just a female inspired deck. It's all women. But don't let the gender roles affect you. I don't know why I felt the need to address that, but just in case anybody's tripping about that, why is it like, it's just don't focus on the gender roles of it. What to avoid: 9 of Pentacles. This is about independence, luxury, splurging even. It's not usually about splurging, but kind of it is. I feel like your money is going to be improving this month and you might really want to ball out, but spirits kind of tell you, hold on now, let me clarify this. The Hangman, you need to just kind of wait. Let your money sit in your account for a little bit before you go ball in. 2 of Cups. Okay, because you have someone else to consider here, a partnership, either a business partner or a romantic partner. As much as whatever plans you have for your finances, you might not be able to move forward with them 100%. 10 of Swords. Your back is against the wall. There's defeat here. I also feel like some of you guys are wrestling with, I can do bad all by myself energy. Does that make sense? Let's not lean into the emotional. That's what the Queen of Swords is all about. Don't get emotional about this. Keep a lid on your emotions. Like, don't start retail therapy out of spite. What to embrace is the 7 of Swords. This represents a lot of things. This represents needing to do what you need to do to advance, using your connections to kind of cut corners. Which I feel is what the message is for you. Like, not everybody needs to know your business. You get ahead and you advance the way that you need to get there. Not everybody needs to know what you had to go through to get here. Does that make sense? The 7 of Swords, like I said, it represents strategy, but it also represents sneakiness and evasiveness, which most people tend to lean into that definition of the 7 of Swords. I don't always. It depends on what cards I see around it. However, if I were to interpret it that way, what to embrace, I would interpret this as keeping some things to yourself. Keep some information close to the chest. Not everybody needs to know all your business. Not everybody needs to know what you're going through. You need to get really good, especially if you're someone who's so comfortable with telling everybody what's going on with your life. You need to keep a lid on it. Don't give people an opportunity to judge you. Your priority this month is learning the information you need to learn and mastering it. Nothing else. We don't really have a lot of cups for you this month besides this Ace of Cups. It's like you are pouring into yourself emotionally by diving into learning something new. What to embrace is with 7 of Swords, and this is where to find support. 5 of Wands. Learn from others. I don't usually interpret this card this way, but the 5 of Wands is about competition and yeah, it's really about competition. I mean, it's hard to say anything else besides that. But I don't mean this in the negative sense. See what others are doing and learn from it is really the message this month for you. I mean, I do it too. I'm really, really excited because this month I'm going to change my thumbnail covers on YouTube. And I know that sounds really like insignificant, but it's not. I'm really excited. I haven't designed them yet. But something I was considering is I was like, studying a lot of other YouTubers' channels and really, maybe not a lot, a handful, and seeing what it is that they did and what they're doing that really started to flip for them to really get the views and the attention. Like, I literally studied what did they do, what was the change that took their channel off. And sometimes it's something very small that people don't consider. But I'm saying that, I'm sharing it as an example to say, study your competition. Billionaires do this all the time. Study your competition. See what they're doing that's successful. And don't get discouraged that, well, I don't want to copy them. You're not going to, unless you are literally copying them, literally stealing their whole everything, there's no way that you can copy them, because you can take a concept and you can take an idea and you can make it your own. Okay, it's you are your own unique individual. So while you can be inspired by another creator, the chances that you will replicate something exactly that they're doing is unlikely. You're still going to make it unique to you. Okay. Advice and encouragement is the Five of Pentacles, and that's why I was saying it feels like you're kind of on your own this month. It really does. Again, it doesn't really feel like that's hindering you. It just feels like that's just what it is this month. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. Let's move on to your love life, Capricorn. Let's move on. I hope things are going well in your love life. I'm excited to see what comes out. Think about what it is you need guidance on. Strength popping out again. Ace of Cups again. Ace of Cups is haunting you. Okay, back of the deck energy is temperance, balance, restoration, compromise. It does also represent Sagittarius. Oh, it's next to the Three of... Okay. It's next to the Three of Pentacles. It's back of deck energy. You and your partner are not really... Or it seems like there's a struggle to compromise, because the Three of Pentacles reverse is like you're not working well together, but somehow there's still a united front. But I think behind it all, it's like really not going well. So let's see what's happening here. Some of you are experiencing new connections this month. Some of you are, that's what the Ace of Cups represents, new emotions, new feelings, new relationships. The Ace of Cups also represents a deepening of a bond in an existing relationship. Like imagine achieving a new level of intimacy with your partner that you hadn't before. Okay, we have keep an open mind and past life relationship coming out. Okay. All right. What to expect? Ace of Cups, new emotions. Queen of Cups represents Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio, but it also just represents someone who's very compassionate. I feel that I'm hesitant to say that you will be pleased or content in your love life, only because of what else I have around me. I don't know. Let me rephrase this. I feel that you will be doing a very good job, Capricorn, of protecting yourself despite what your partner is going through or despite the state of your relationship. Does that make sense? I'm thinking about that Five of Pentacles again. You're not getting what you need, but you are taking care of yourself in the process. Does that make sense? You're not looking to your partner to fulfill you this month. Okay. Because your priority is focusing on pouring back into yourself. The unexpected Two of Wands reversed. This represents needing to rework a plan, having an idea of where you were going to go, but those plans get derailed. Five of Swords is going to cause some arguments. You and your partner are not agreeing on your future in some way. In some way, you and your partner have a different idea about how you want to achieve a certain goal. Theme of the month is Five of Cups reverse, coming out of pain and hurt. This is related to a fire sign, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. But it just feels like theme of the month. I can't get this, there's a little bit of a checkout here. because the Queen of Wands, when she shows up reversed, whether it relates to a fire sign or not, the Queen of Wands, whether this is you or your partner, is someone who's reserved, someone who's like, she's normally very spunky and spontaneous, but like she's been laying low. And either it's because she's needing to heal herself, right? And I apologize for the sirens. Let's see if I can wait for them to pass. Either it's because you need that time to heal, which I think you are doing, but if it is related to your partner or whoever you're dealing with, it's almost as if like you can't be bothered with their drama because you're protecting yourself. You're like, I can't even deal with your BS right now because I need to look out for myself. I do not have the space to take on your stuff too. That's what it feels like. All right, past life relationship. Let me see what else after that Queen of Wands. Eight of Cups. Walking away. It's about walking away, but Eight of Cups is also about a need for solitude. That's what I'm saying. I'm like, this month, you are the relationship is not top priority this month. It's not. Some of you guys might be in a space where you're ready to end it because, you know, y'all are not on the same page like y'all used to be, but it really does feel like you're putting yourself first. Yeah. Okay. Past life relationship. You have known each other before. Whoever it is you're connecting with, if you feel very connected with them, it's probably because it's a past life connection. Keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. You know, receive what resonates, guys. Release what doesn't. Okay, here we go. The romance angel sent you this card as a reminder to stay open to the possibility of your soulmate appearing in a form that may differ from what you expect. This is especially true if you tend to date a certain type of individual. You drew this card to help you discover your soulmate. This card may signal that you've already been introduced to this person but have overlooked him or her romantic potential. Take the time to get to know the various individuals you meet, even if there isn't an initial attraction. At the very least, you will learn more about yourself and may make a new friend. Okay. Let me see if I can get one more for you guys. Unrequited love coming up. Unrequited love. There's not enough attraction or chemistry to keep this relationship going. So that might resonate for some of you. I just don't feel like these are the messages you need this month, Capricorn, to be very honest. I mean, that might resonate with a handful of you. Just not sure if that's helping you. Doesn't feel like it is. Have patience. Also, that is a message of the star again, or actually temperance. Temperance is about patience. This is temperance here. Have patience. Have patience right now. I don't feel like you need to make any decisions this month, Capricorn. All you need to do is focus on yourself. Okay, we have 3 cards come out. Let me see what it is that came out. Physical touch coming out. Maybe for some of you, the physical intimacy is very important. A tender touch can mean so much. We have love and doors. Love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. I'm going to give you guys a little bit more time to look at these cards because these are really intense artwork. This is really intense artwork, and I want you guys to be able to really look at it. And then finally, the only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. I think that's actually what's most important. The message for love and doors is love does not give up or lose faith. Love is hopeful and withstands every situation. Okay. This is interesting. We have the numbers here 43, 47, and 7. 43 vibrates to the number of 7. 4 plus 3 is 7, which is the message that okay, hold on. Let me just touch on numerology for a minute. Love and doors is 43 at the top. 4 plus 3 is 7. The only thing that is real is love. That is the number 7 at the top here. Physical touch is number 47. 4 plus 7 is 13. No, hold on. 11, which is vibrates to the number of 2, which often represents partnerships. Right? 13. Where did I get 13 from? I didn't study math, y'all. Okay, 47. 7. The only thing that is real is love. Shift your focus back to love. You may have been conditioned to dwell on problems. It's important to remember the true reality is love. Choose to take a deep breath and focus on what is true. Negativity will disappear when you affirm, everything is okay when I choose love. There are many things you can do to shift into a more loving flow. Work at having healthy, encouraging conversations with yourself and others. Squash any negative inner dialogue and notice the positive aspects and people in your life. Be realistic about what is going on in your life. Yes, only love is real, but there is sadness, depression, doubt, worry, and anger. This card is about finding balance in your life, so the challenging times are not overwhelming, and you are able to remember that love is at the core of everything. The dominant imagery of this card could represent the tree of life, rooted in the earth and extending toward heaven. While you are having a human experience, it can appear that you are alone. Didn't I say that? While you were having a human experience, it can appear that you are alone. Yet in the heavenly realm, we are all one and love prevails. There are multiple images in this card that symbolize peace, love, and support. Find and meditate on something you are optimistic about. Yeah, I feel like that was a better message for you. And that's why I think it's important, y'all, for me, let me just speak for myself, to work with multiple decks. Sometimes you just have to trust. I don't read a card from that deck for every sign. I usually use my Romance Angels card. For one of the other signs, I use my Hidden Truth Oracle. It really just depends on what comes up in the reading. And we have to leverage our tools and our resources. In this case, that's my cards, to really get the clarity that you need. And that's why I love working with multiple decks, because all the decks are different and Spirit has infinite ways and possibilities to get that message across, right? So if you need a relationship reading, feel free to book that with me. All of my links are below. We can dig into that relationship insight. I would encourage you, however, to book an event session if you're particularly going through a rough time. Most people want to talk about what's going on, and I want to give you the space to do that. I'm not just saying that so I can get more of your time. I'm just telling you from experience. You're going to need some. If you spend 30 minutes talking about your situation, then I only have 30 minutes to give you a reading. So. And depending on what's going on, you might have a lot of questions. So, up to you. We're diving into your career now, Capricorn. Let's see what we got going on there. I notice my dog is starting to move more slowly, but I also have to, I was just looking at my dog just now, but I also have to remember I also have to remember my dog will be 12 this year. So I noticed that she's losing her hearing. She doesn't hear as well anymore. For the most part, she's still in good shape, but she's older. So I have to be a little bit more patient with my baby girl. And yeah. Okay, I love that for you coming out already. Anything else for Capricorn? Anything else for Capricorn Spirit, please? Okay. Everybody's getting that caution sign. Everybody needs to keep cute. I feel like, to be honest, I feel like nobody has any money, to be very honest. And every time I say that to people, they'd be like, "Ja, groceries are high," which they are. So I just feel like it's not just you. And, you know, I don't really feel like people really had Memorial Day barbecues. I didn't get invited to any. I feel like if people had one, they canceled it. I don't think many people were out barbecuing for Memorial Day. I know on Monday up here in Jersey it rained, but Saturday or Sunday would have been a great day to do it. I don't think people had the money really to be entertaining and grilling for a whole bunch of folks. Okay, let's get into your career though. What to expect, this is your energy, the devil here, Capricorn energy. It's also about releasing attachments. And then it's next to the 8 of Wands reverse, which is about having things slowly. So maybe you're slowly releasing things that no longer serve you. I mean, yeah, that's how I would really interpret that. Excuse me, I'm trying to determine if there's an alternative reading here. The devil again, you're really focused inward on yourself as this represents Capricorn. Being patient with yourself. 8 of Wands is typically about things happening fast. When it's reversed, it represents things happening slowly. You're slowly coming back to yourself, Capricorn. Unexpected here is 2 of Wands yet again. Second time we have 2 of Wands. It's actually in the same position as we did in the love reading. There's really a reworking of a vision of a plan happening here this month. Things and goals that you set, you're having to scrap and start over. And that's okay because life changes. Life happens. 5 of Wands coming out here again, reverse. Now 5 of Wands does represent no longer needing to compete. Now in this case, I know we had 5 of Wands in your reading earlier, but it's got a different meaning in this career reading here. I do still stand by like use others to learn from others, but I think the unexpected here is that you no longer have to fight to prove yourself. And now with this 2 of Wands, you're allowed, or maybe more that you have the space to now get your plans and affairs back in order. Like this happens all the time. I mean, I've been through this, I've been in this position. So think about it like this, like think about it where you had created a plan. Let's just go back to 2023, just for example. And let's say at January, you really had a whole vision of like what it is you wanted to achieve and what it is you wanted to do. And then some things happened unexpectedly in your career and finances that like derailed you. So then you had to pivot and then you had to compete and you had to fight for attention and prove your worth. So now that you finally got that settled, now you have to rework the vision again. Now you have to rework the plans because the plans you created in 2023 no longer align with where you are. Does that make sense? So it's unexpected for you to have to do that, but there's just going to be a pivot that's just going to make you like, okay, I didn't think this far ahead, but now I need to rework some things, some plans, some ideas. Theme of the month, the Fool reverse. You're not starting over. There's no, sometimes the Fool does represent needing to take a leap of faith, like you're holding yourself back in some way, but I don't think that's it. Maybe this is you getting comfortable with a new idea, a new journey, keeping something close to your chest, an idea to yourself that you are contemplating. 6 of Wands reversed next to that as theme of the month. I think I do think this is like you celebrating a personal win. The 6 of Wands reverse often represents celebrating something privately. You're not gloating about it. So it's like if you did start a new beginning, which I feel that most of you did if you go back and watch your May reading, you are feeling very like, yes, I did it. I think there's a little bit of shock too, Capricorn. You didn't really expect you to be successful at this new venture or to actually achieve it, but you did it. So you're still kind of like adjusting to this. Let me read these career messages. Caution, like I said, coming out. Use caution when making financial decisions. Careful not to overspend on wants instead of needs. More going out than coming in. Rescuer. Okay. Someone may enter your life and help you resolve any difficulties you're experiencing. Consider careers as a firefighter, paramedic, or any rescue or heroic profession. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness. Quite the opposite. It shows your strength. luck. Your luck is about to change for the better. You could get a lucky break, some financial breakthrough. Anything you do now will be very prosperous for you. Let's see what's after that Fool card. 5 of Swords again. You know, going back to this, Fool, it may be that someone either wants you to start something new, or someone close to you wants to start a new venture, and you don't quite agree. You're like, I don't think that's the move. There's some conflict here about a new beginning. I can tell you that much. Back of the deck energy is Ace of Wands. Be careful not to get into burnout. And if you are feeling a little burnout, do what you need to do to protect your energy. 7 of Wands here. Okay. This whole entire month for you, Capricorn, is about protecting your peace. Now, your new moon reading is interesting. We have walking away, but it is reversed. It is reversed. Showing it to you up right here. This is about the new moon in Gemini, but also grounding your reading here. 27. Okay, here we go. This card reversed signals that you may be feeling very stuck in some present situation or location. There may be a job or a relationship that no longer resonates with you. Yet out of habit or perhaps fear, you allow yourself to stay when it might be healthier to consider walking away. Habit and familiarity are compelling forces, often causing people to ignore their intuition and even dishonor their genuine feelings. This is a time of honest investigation. Consider all the factors in the present situation. Perhaps the time isn't quite right, and there may be some purpose in staying a little while longer. Don't deceive yourself about your motivations, however. Fear-based decisions don't often work out in your highest interest. You also may be stuck in a long-term personal habit or unhealthy pattern. Be aware that you always have the option and the responsibility to let go of any thought or behavior that no longer honors you. Whenever you walk away from negativity, you always move toward greater happiness. The affirmation is, it is safe and comfortable for me to move on. I consider all my options and then take action on my own behalf. So if some of you, if you're like, Whitney, I did not start a new opportunity, but I want to. Some of you might still be working through that energy. Some of you might still be struggling to take that leap of faith, going back to the Fool reverse. Some of you like, I want to start over desperately. I'm not being validated where I am in my career and my finances. There's a lot of conflict that I'm dealing with. Then you have to do what you need to do for your happiness. I'm someone who is very comfortable with risk. I mean, to an extent. I am you guys know by now, I'm a Cancer moon, Cancer Venus. I really do enjoy my security. However, I am a Leo sun and I'm an Aquarius rising. So there is a certain air about me where I will move on to something at the drop of a dime if something doesn't serve me. And I have this unreasonable confidence that things will work out for me. And they usually do. But I'm sharing this to say, sometimes you need to walk away from a situation for your health and your sanity, even if you don't have the next step figured out. Remember, we have that 2 of Wands here. You know, you don't really know what's next, but you know that it can't go on like this. You need to do your best to decide what your breaking point is. Okay? You need to figure out your breaking point, Capricorn. That's the only way that you're going to figure your way out of this situation. I hope that's helpful. Capricorn, thank you so much for your time today. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up so it lets me know that you want more of this content. Please also make sure you're subscribed to the channel and following me on TikTok, Instagram, and Facebook. I will be starting a new series called Sunrise Readings, where I will be engaging with you in the mornings and giving you some guidance to start your day. I'm very excited about it. I'm going to try to be doing those from Tuesday to Friday. And they will be like filmed literally that day. I normally do film a lot of content in advance, but I'm excited to make this part of my daily practice as well as yours. So I'm really excited to see what happens with it and if I can remain consistent. Again, if you would like your own personal reading, all of my links are below. Please check out my journals on Amazon if you would like a new spiritual journal, if you need a new moon manifestation journal, if you're new to the spirituality thing and you want to figure out how you can really set your intentions on new moons and full moons, check out my moon manifestations journal. I'm really proud of that. I think it will be really helpful for anybody in their spiritual practice. I certainly know I enjoy it. I think that's all I have for you, Capricorn. I hope you have a lovely June. Be sure to check in with me in 2 weeks for your mid-month check-in, okay? Talk to you later.